Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Vole, and welcome back to a brand new video where today we're taking a look at this Lego Glock 19 replica. Now before we do start showing you any of the clips, allow me to give you a brief overview of the firearm that this Lego gun is based off. So, this is a Lego Glock 19, a slightly shorter version of a Glock 17, and it is chambered in 9mm in the real steel wool. The real Glock 19 would have a magazine capacity of 15 rounds, plus one in the chamber, which would install 16, and it is part of a family of guns all created by the company Glock, which do slightly different things and have slightly different cartridges and different lengths. This company, Glock, was founded in the 1980s by a guy called Gaston Glock, and they are quite famous for having this type of shape, and they are famous for having a plastic polymer low receiver, which would make sense because he did have a plastics company. Now, that plastic part did cause a bit of scare on whether you would be able to slip through metal detectors and security bars with this Glock, or the real version, shall I say, and that was simply not true because you had just too much metal for it to slip by undetected, because you had the rounds that were made out of metal, you had the top that was made out of steel, you had the inside mechanism which was made out of steel, so you couldn't slip through undetected, and it was probably something like Hollywood that caused the scare in the first place. Now, to go on to the features of the Lego weapon, we have got the basics. We've got a working slide, we've got a working trigger, we've got a removable magazine, we've got a fake barrel, we've got a good trigger guard, and we've got an iron sight. Furthermore, when you pull the trigger, a blowback mechanism would initiate, like so. And now, without further ado, it's time to show you a few video clips of this Glock 19. So, before we move on any further to what I may think about this Lego Glock and whether it is good or not, allow me to talk you through the details of this Lego replica. This is a Lego replica of a Glock 19 semi-automatic handgun.
it has certain working features, including a working slide, working trigger, and removable magazine. The rest is just for show. First, we're going to take a look at the grip of the Lego weapon. Now, the pistol grip of the Lego gun is composed in a very similar way to our other Lego builds. The only difference is the Lego Technic bricks are on the outside. These Lego Technic bricks with Lego Technic Connect into them are connected to two sets of identical Lego Technic rods. Now, of course, the reason for this is that I could allow myself to fit in the angled pistol grip and the trigger mechanism in the same weapon at the same time. In addition to sturdiness and ergonomics, this pistol grip also comes with an added feature of a fake magwell, allowing you to place in this MOG magazine into the weapon like so. Unfortunately, there is no magazine release on this, so in order to remove the magazine, all you can do is pull on the bottom. I'd recommend keep your hand on the magazine like that and pull it out like so. Simple. The magazine itself is a fairly simple construction. The magazine consists of two parts: the bit that goes into the actual weapon itself and the base of the mock magazine. Now, the part that goes into the weapon is covered in smooth base plates to allow it to fit into the magazine easily, and it consists of around 2 full Lego bricks, a couple of base plates, and of course the flat base plate. On the bottom of the magazine is this part, and what you may notice, it is curved a little bit here to kind of complement the grip, but it is more straight at the end. The reason for this is when you load the magazine into the weapon, you can tell if it's loaded or not because it uses this small feature to set itself apart from the actual pistol grip itself. And the final component of the pistol grip, although technically this would also be part of the actual lower receiver as well, is the trigger guard. The trigger guard is comprised of basic Lego bricks. However, to help with the curved shape, we have used these certain flexible Lego bricks as well as. These Lego bricks are the reason why I am able to form any shape with the string of Lego bricks, and I've also done a similar technique on my fully automatic Lego submachine gun, and a video on that will be coming soon. Installation of this neat little feature is perfectly simple. All you need to do to implement this is to place this black Lego brick onto the white and black base plate, like so, and then what you want to do is take these two studs and put them on the little notches in the middle of the inverted slope pieces. Then of course shape it until the trigger is easily able to move through the actual trigger guard itself. And here we are with the mechanism of the Lego gun. So to quickly explain how this mechanism works, we have it split into two different parts. We have a gear that is connected to the main trigger, and we also have a smaller gear which is connected to this gear that is connected to the sloyd. Now, the first part is the trigger. It's connected and configured in a very similar way as triggers are on my Lego weapons. It is simply connected onto the body of the Lego gun as per usual, and in addition we also have a rubber band which is connected to a Technic Connect which is situated on the inside of the Lego gun. Additionally, we have a similar rubber band which is connected to the slide of the weapon, which allows it to go forward. Again, it is connected to the same piece on the inside of the Lego weapon. Now, to give you a better glimpse of two gears, there are two gears inside this Lego gun. This is a larger gear which is connected to the trigger, and then we've got a slightly smaller gear which is connected to the steer mechanism for the slide. The reason why we go for the smaller gear is to allow the slide to move back even further than if the gears were of the same size. In addition to the main mechanism, we also have a few components which are encapsulated by the shell of the Lego weapon. So first is the false lookalike barrel, which uses this cylindrical Lego Technic piece, which is connected like this to a Lego X-shaped Technic rod. It is connected into these three Lego Technic pieces, including one with a cross-shaped connection. All I need to do is slot the barrel in like this. The actual brick here is a very simple construction. It has 3 Lego Technic bricks, at least one with the cross shape, and it also has a few Lego base plates on top to keep it smooth, and a few Lego base plates on the bottom to connect it to this guiding rod. The guiding rod is a very simple construction. It involves using this 6 stud wide Lego Technic cross shaped beam, as well as these 2 Lego cross shaped bricks to keep it in place. In addition, it is connected to this circular Lego Technic brick to allow the guiding rod to easily pass through the slide, keeping the slide in place. And when the gun is fully assembled, all the mechanical pieces at face value are completely encapsulated, meaning that they are not seen by the user when he is using the weapon. The only exception is with the mechanism, where you can clearly see it if you look through the mock shell ejection port. This feature is a little unrealistic, but it is still very useful to see if anything in the gun has broken and if you need to go into the gun and actually fix it yourself. These are the iron sights of the Lego weapon. As you can see, they are very simplistic in nature.
Soon it will be time to wrap up this video, but before we do, allow me to talk you through my own personal opinion of my Lego Glock replica. Starting with the good, the shape of it is accurate to one of a Glock, which is a problem I find with many people's replicas of a Lego Glock. It doesn't follow the same size and shape, however the dimensions are rather similar to one of a Glock 19 and the shape is very similar to one of a Glock 19, which is exactly what I should expect from a replica of a Glock 19. Additionally, the trigger mechanism works really well, and the blowback, although a very simplistic, watered down version of it, is effective and a reliable system. Additionally, the weapon itself, with exception to one component, is very robust. The pistol grip is certainly a very good feature, very robust. The magazine system in and of itself is absolutely awesomely robust. The slide is robust and will keep in place, and even the mechanism itself is almost flawless, albeit with a few jams. The iron sights are serviceable. They're exactly as they say on the tin. They are iron sights and a little attachment rail, which is pretty much meaningless. It's just a nice little feature to have if you want to put anything on top, even though it won't really amount to anything because this gun doesn't shoot. In addition, I also like how I did manage to polish off all of the gun, and I even managed to do it at the front, even though there wasn't really much room. So the fact that I've been able to do that, and of course keep the sturdiness, is quite nice. The barrel and the guiding rod are also really nice features, and it just adds to the realism of this Lego weapon to the actual Glock weapon itself. Additionally, I really like the little touch of the ejection port, even though it amounts to almost nothing except for looking inside the weapon to see if there's any faults. I still like it. It's a nice feature, and it kind of helps with, of course, the realism of it being a Glock. And of course, it feels lightweight, just like a pistol, and honestly, it's comfortable to hold. So we've discussed all the really lovely features about this Lego Glock, but of course it is not perfect, so I think it's time to talk about some of the bad things about this Lego Glock. One really shit part about it is that, and that pretty much is a jam of the slide. There are also many other weird jams that can possibly happen with this Lego Glock, although they are very, very rare. Now, this is the best kind of jam you can have with this Lego Glock, and all you would need to do in this case is just push the trigger forward like so. Sometimes it does a little worse than that, however, all jams that I've had with this gun are completely and utterly fixable without utterly modifying the Lego weapon. In addition to this, we also have a slight issue with the realism of the magazine. It is a lot shorter, although I would rather pay attention to the sturdiness of the pistol grip. Another problem is that sometimes the slide may not return back to its original position, and it may remain in limbo behind where it should actually be. It's a little bit of a problem, and of course, the best solution to do is to put strengthier rubber bands onto the weapon. Another problem with this weapon is, of course, there's not really too much you can really field strip without going through a complicated procedure, meaning that repairs, although they're made easier by seeing the inspection port and, of course, by being able to lift the slide up, it's a little harder to actually get into. Talking about the mechanism, it's not a true blowback either. It's the pseudo blowback that you see a lot of on YouTube. However, that was probably the best mechanism that I could think of putting inside of this Lego Glock 19. Another small problem with this Lego gun is... Remember my hunting rifle? The trigger guard is just as shit with this Lego handgun. Yes, you can literally just pull it and it will immediately go off without any force required. But of course I'm exaggerating a little bit. That's not what typically happens if you are careful with this Lego Glock. What will typically happen is you are shooting this weapon really hard, and you'll notice that the grips trigger guard will start to pull apart like that. Just really annoying, really. Nothing too critical with the gun, it's just really annoying and an unpleasant sight. It's especially annoying when you're trying to record a video with this Lego Glock and the trigger guard starts to come apart and it just looks absolutely sloppy. Another problem is that we can configure the iron sights properly. Again, similar problem as to with the crossbow. It doesn't really mean too much. The sights are kind of crammed at the back of the weapon rather than having one here and one here, but mainly we had a massive constraint with the barrel construction of the Lego weapon. All in all, in my personal opinion, I do believe that this is a lovely Lego pistol, and I think this is a good replica for my first gun. But what was your opinion? Do you like it, or do you find it complete fucking trash? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like the video, give it a like, and if you want to see more, click subscribe, and of course, next time, we'll be showing you. And of course, the great season is truly coming, and what better to celebrate it than to give you a show of my fully automatic blowback submachine gun. Special gun for a special occasion. I know a lot of people are fans of fully automatic blowback Lego guns, so I decided to do a really awesome one. And Carlos Builder did challenge me to build and implement one of his mechanisms into one of my Lego guns. So personally, this goes out to you, I have implemented your Lego Uzi mechanism into this awesome, effective, fully automatic Lego submachine gun. It's got many features, including removable mag, good trigger guard, and a lot more. So thank you for watching, and of course, keep on building.